So I came across a video by IdeaShock on why Crocodile would easily beat Gara, and just off the title alone I was already aware that I'm in for some bullshit, but it's much worse than I expected. The video is very disingenuous, and I would like to talk about that as well.
But he has no way to actually hurt Crocodile, as in One Piece, the devil fruit that Crocodile has allows him to become sand. And this is not something that is just flavor text, this is actual sand, he becomes sand.
The first point is that Gara cannot hurt Crocodile because Crocodile just turns into sand and attacks would pass through him. The issue with this is that One Piece debaters don't understand that sand can still be damaged. Like, their argument is, oh, the character can turn into a liquid or a sand and therefore any attack will just pass through. And that's not the case because an attack with enough energy can vaporize liquids or sand. It can break down sand. So sand and liquids can still be damaged, and therefore if he turns into sand, with enough force you can break down this sand. By their logic, Goku would shoot a Kamehameha and they're like, oh, but he's sand, you cannot hurt him.
Steroids are inherently much better at power than chakra, as their energy source does not run out at all. You cannot run out of devil fruit power, but you can run out of chakra.
What? Devil fruits themselves may not run out of energy, but the people using them can run out of energy. Both users can get tired, and both users can be unable to fight or use their abilities once they run out. It's not like Crocodile can endlessly control sand or something.
Chakra also requires certain hand signs to do that devil fruits simply don't need. There's one devil fruit, two devil fruits that actually require a hand sign, and I don't really think they actually require it. I think it's more the user make it easier on themselves.
My brother in Christ, Gara almost never uses hand signs. He just stands still and controls the sand however he likes. Like in part 1 maybe he used a hand sign or two, but even that was short-lived because in the Kimimaro fight in Shippuden he's no longer seen using hand signs. He just controls sand the size of cities by just standing still. This man claims that Gara is one of his favorite characters, and I doubt that considering the fact that he doesn't know something so basic.
Let's just start easily with their physical stats. Crocodile is 8 feet tall, whereas Gara is 5 feet tall, or give or take a few inches. This means that Crocodile has an insane range advantage over Gara, as his arm is so much longer.
Oh my god, this man is grasping at straws. This is not a fucking MMA fight. This is a fight between two sand users that fight using sand, usually from long range.
But also, even by volume, Crocodile should have more sand available to him, just raw sand. Like if they were put in a stone environment where they couldn't access any more sand, Crocodile would still have more sand to use.
Excuse me, IdeaShock, before making this garbage video, did you not do any research? You claim that you love Gara, he's one of your favorite characters. So did you forget one of his best moments when he created an entire tsunami out of sand by grinding the rocks near him, meaning that he's not limited to the sand he carries on his back, meaning that he essentially has an unlimited access to sand? Did you even watch the fucking show, man?
Whereas Gara isn't a hand-to-hand combat expert, or even good at it in any sense of the word, because most of his life was spent not being close enough to his opponent to use hand-to-hand combat.
Let's give him that point. Okay, Crocodile maybe has better hand-to-hand combat experience. So this is a post-editing message. I just rewatched the Gara vs Shiro fight, and in that fight Gara showed way more hand-to-hand skill than Crocodile has ever done, so yeah.
But experience is not the only thing that can win a fight, there's also intelligence. But unfortunately, Gara also comes up short there. You see, Crocodile was running Baroque Works, a massive underground organization, for years, without anyone in his own organization, not even his top commanders, knowing that he was a leader, knew. Whereas Gara, he was a leader for an army for a couple days, maybe a couple weeks. That's not really comparable. Gara might be the leader of the village Hidden Sand, but it's not really intellect worthy to make note of. And it is not combat oriented, it is not combat oriented, it is not combat oriented.
You're telling me that Crocodile running an organization and staying hidden is somehow related to battle IQ? Yet being the leader of an army, telling the army what to do during a war, and being the Kazakage who pretty much does the same for the village is not combat orientated? What the fuck are you on about? Nothing you mentioned about Crocodile's intelligence is battle IQ related. If anything, the things you mentioned for Gara are more battle orientated, because running an organization and staying hidden has nothing to do with battle IQ. We're talking about a fight, not who will win in a math exam or something.
It is not combat oriented. And he can even use his sand to seal his opponents in prisons. Unfortunately, Crocodile can avoid both of those by just turning into sand. Like, you can't put sand in someone's veins if they are sand. You can't really trap someone in sand if they are sand. They can just like, get out.
That's not how it works. That doesn't mean that you can automatically just phase through them. You need the strength to get out. Doesn't matter whether you're made out of sand or whether you're a human body, you need the strength to get out of the seal. And the thing with Gara's seal is that it's made of high density sand that does not let enemies way stronger than Crocodile get past. Madara needed his Susanoo to get out of Gara's seal. And you're telling me that just because Crocodile is made out of sand he'll get out? Shut the fuck up, man. Crocodile doesn't have the power to do that. We will get into stats later.
Because it is a very strong defense that he can just rebuild as long as he has chakra. Unfortunately, Crocodile's arsenal is just so vast that he has many ways to get by that armor. Like his poison, which can melt stone and just kill people by poisoning.
Excuse me, are you telling me that Gara's sand armor is less durable than fucking stone? Gara's sand takes nukes head on.
The worst part is, whenever it gets in someone's body, it slows down their movements and stiffens their limbs, meaning that if Gara is to get poisoned at any point, he can no longer use hand signs to control his sand very well. And this is a very likely outcome, as Crocodile's range, like I mentioned before, is so much longer than Gara's.
Which is once again having zero knowledge on Gara, because Gara never fucking uses hand signs ever since the Rock Lee fight. Or at least he majorly fights without any hand signs.
In relevancy, he likely has Haki, which allowed him to strengthen that hook and predict Gara's attacks to an absurd degree.
Excuse me, you still haven't gotten into stats. Whether he can straighten power is irrelevant if Gara is way stronger, which he absolutely is. And him being able to predict attacks is irrelevant if he doesn't have the speed to, you know, dodge them. This was the whole point of Lee versus Sasuke. Sasuke can predict attacks, but he didn't have a body fast enough to, you know, dodge, and therefore he got absolutely wrecked.
The Crocodile can dehydrate people all the way completely, to turn them to a husk of what they are in a single touch.
The stronger the enemy, the harder it is to drain. This is why Luffy wasn't drained as fast as those normal people, and I can argue that Gara is much stronger than Crocodile, and therefore this will not work. I can also argue that Gara's sand armor would prevent that, and I can argue that he won't be able to even attack Gara.
Like, best case scenario for Gara was he can somehow take control of Crocodile's sand and just slap him around, but then again, Crocodile is still sand. It's not gonna hurt him, and he'll just wait until Gara runs out and then just go.
Again, he thinks that just because Crocodile is made out of sand, he cannot be damaged in any sort of way unless you have Haki, which is absolutely false. You can break down sand, you can vaporize sand, and Gara has enough power to do so.
After all, he made a sandstorm that covered nearly an entire country, definitely an entire city. He can make sandstorms as large as Douglas Bullet, several kilometers high. Crocodile also likely surpasses Gara in terms of physical ability and power output because he was absolutely wrecking Robin, who backed Pell, and Pell survived a city-sized explosion, and also Iroh did too, so he should be vastly superior to that, and he wasn't even worried about being caught in the middle of a blast. Like, if it happens, it happens, I'll be fine. And while Gara is no slouch when it comes to what he can do with his sand, as he protected the village in the sand from an explosion and then once wiped out an entire forest, I don't think they're actually comparable to an actual city-sized nuke going off.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Can we all laugh at this? Can we just straight laugh at this? Because this man clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. Gara in part 1 alone has city level feats. You're telling me that adult Gara and Shippuden Gara are not even as strong as a city-sized nuke, excuse me? On top of that, I would argue that Pell being hit by a nuke and surviving is irrelevant unless we know whether he was at the epicenter of the explosion. Seeing where buildings can sometimes survive a nuke, that doesn't make them city level. It all depends on how far you are from the epicenter, because you don't take the full explosion head on. From what I saw, she wasn't at the epicenter, so there is that. Now, either way, Gara far surpasses this, but I just wanna add salt to the wound, because this is so stupid. He doesn't know how scaling works. Now I'll show a few feats on screen that put Gara way above city level, since by his own admission Crocodile's best feats are pretty much city level or something.
Crocodile. As of right now, I think it's likely that Gara has a speed advantage, but not really by much. You see, he should be able to scale to characters like Orochimaru and the Raikage, who have both got light speed movement feats, and maybe even base Naruto, which I believe he has one too. But Crocodile will likely surpass him soon with his resurgence back into the story.
Naruto characters have been lightspeed ever since the first arc. Ever since the first fucking arc. Naruto characters have been lightspeed ever since Haku. And the same Haku was outsped by Kid Sasuke. Kid Sasuke was heavily blitzed by Rock Lee, and Gara kept up with a faster Rock Lee. So yeah, by your own admission, Kid Gara is fast enough to blitz Crocodile, and Shippuden Gara will be a mismatch as I can scale him thousands of times faster. But that's a story for another video.
Crocodile's future is a lot more bright than Gaara's. Gaara has anime canon from Boruto, and maybe it's a manga canon, I don't remember, but it's unlucky he could be the center of a story again that actually increases his powers by any notable amount.
Because we see Gara block an attack from Momoshiki, a fused Momoshiki mind you, and he even managed to restrain fused Momoshiki for a while in the anime. And if you know anything about scaling, you know that fused Momoshiki absolutely wipes out One Piece with this, like a single attack blows up the entire fucking verse. Like, Momoshiki has created dimensions. Momoshiki is comparable to Kaguya, who was gonna destroy a universe-sized time-space. Momoshiki even downplayed this at least planet level. By IdeaShock's old video, Crocodile is around light speed and somewhat above city level. The funny thing is that Gara is much faster than light in the fight against Rock Lee alone, not even Kimimaro, and has city level feats versus Kimimaru, and Kid Naruto in the Forest of Death has like a city level feat when Orochimaru snake like striked him. Shippuden Gaara is able to hurt Madara, and Madara is durable enough to take attacks from tailed beasts. Tailed beasts create nukes the size of countries. Tailed beasts can scale massively above thousands of ninja, and the chakra of like a dozen ninja was able to blow up the moon. Tailed beasts were used to create a whole universe in Naruto Ninja. Like, my god, Gaara has so much fucking scaling on his side. And you're telling me that Crocodile's city level ass is like stronger than Gaara? You're telling me that Shippuden Gaara and Boruto Gaara are like not even city-sized explosion level? You're telling me that the nuke is above Gaara? So now that we are done with debunking his points, let's once again quickly go over how Gaara can win. Gaara, even as a kid, blitzes Crocodile by IdeaShock's own scale. Gaara, even as a kid, has scale similar to that of Crocodile, and Shippuden era Gaara is actually stronger than Shukaku, who is a tail beast by the way. He can hurt Madara, and we've established that these characters scale massively above Crocodile. These characters can be wall-bought to country level. They scale above Deidara C0, which is country level. They scale above Pain's Chubako Tensei, which can be calced at country level, or at least mountain level if we downplay severely. We can scale them to moon level of the fact that they have more chakra than the chakra cannon, which was going to blow up the moon. We can scale them to universe level if we wanted to, via the fact that their power was used to create an entire fucking universe. You cannot sit here and tell me that Crocodile is stronger than Gaara and that Gaara is not even city level. Like, that's so fucking laughable. Gaara is now faster and much stronger, therefore he would have no problem taking control of Crocodile's body, because Crocodile is sand, Gaara can control sand, and via how much stronger Gaara is, Gaara can just break down the sand. Gaara is already shown being able to break materials. He can break down materials and pulverize them if he wants to. He can do the same with the sand in Crocodile's body. Or he can even just like take control of Crocodile's body via the power difference. That will be child's play. Crocodile is a city level fodder, and Gaara is planet level, arguably universe level, especially if we use Boruto by the way. So Gaara just takes control of Crocodile's body. Crocodile is so weak that he can never break out no matter what he tries. Gaara just plays with him, throws him in the ocean, throws him in any kind of water. GG, Crocodile dies. Gaara can seal away Crocodile, and I don't want to hear any bullshit about how Crocodile can apparently get out automatically because he's made out of sand. He doesn't have the power to break out of the seal. Madara needed a fucking Susanoo to break out, and Madara is much stronger than Crocodile will ever be. Madara is much stronger than anyone in One Piece can ever be, and I'll debate you on that by the way, IdeaShock. We can do that, we can run that. And what can Crocodile do? Nothing, because Crocodile gets blitzed, he cannot keep up with Gaara's speed. Nothing, because he's too fodder to get past Gaara's durability, and even without the sand armor, Gaara has already taken very heavy attacks and survived, so I don't see how Crocodile can do anything. I don't see how Crocodile's poison will be able to melt Gaara, considering the fact that Gaara took a punch from Fist Momoshiki, who is much above some poison that can melt rocks or something. Crocodile's attacks will be able to even scratch Gaara. Furthermore, Gaara has the ability to fly basically, so he can like endlessly dodge Crocodile if he wants to, if physical combat is ever an issue, which it won't be, because a single punch from Gaara would absolutely wreck Crocodile. I don't want to hear anything about Crocodile being made out of sand. A punch with such great power would pretty much destroy the sand immediately. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.